Hello, let's talk about mirrors, not as simple tools but as something that can become a source of torment. For people with body dysmorphic disorder or BDD, the mirror doesn't reflect reality. It distorts, magnifies, and fixates on imagined flaws. Imagine your mind as a cruel photo editor, zooming in on a tiny detail, maybe a bump on your nose or a freckle, and blowing it out of proportion until it's all you see. This isn't vanity. It's a daily, exhausting battle with a reflection that feels monstrous and inescapable. When others say, "You look fine," it can feel dismissive, deepening the sense of isolation. BDD isn't about wanting to look like a model. It's a belief that you're fundamentally flawed, a trick of the mind that feels more real than reality. People often mistake BDD for insecurity or vanity, but it's as real and involuntary as a broken leg. The pain isn't a choice, and the focus on appearance is about seeking relief from relentless internal torment. Explaining this to others can be frustrating. Most can't see what you see, making you feel even more alone. The first step toward empathy is understanding that BDD is a serious, misunderstood condition. It's not about seeking attention. It's about surviving each day with a mind that won't let you rest. Recognizing this distinction is crucial for support and compassion. For those trapped by the mirror's deception, understanding is the first step toward hope. So what exactly is body dysmorphic disorder? BDD is a mental health condition where someone becomes obsessed with perceived flaws in their appearance, flaws that are often invisible to others. It's not a fleeting worry or a bad hair day. It's a persistent, overwhelming preoccupation that disrupts daily life. BDD is not vanity. It's rooted in shame, anxiety, and self-loathing, not pride. People with BDD aren't seeking compliments. They're desperate to hide or fix what they believe is wrong. BDD is classified on the obsessive-compulsive spectrum, involving intrusive thoughts, obsessions, and repetitive behaviors, compulsions. Obsessions can consume hours each day, while compulsions, like mirror checking or seeking reassurance, are attempts to ease the anxiety. At its core, BDD is a disorder of perception. The brain misinterprets visual information and attaches intense negative emotion. It's not a character flaw or a choice, it's a neurological glitch. Recognizing BDD as a legitimate medical condition is the only way to move past judgment and offer real support. Compassion and understanding are essential for those affected. What does BDD look like in daily life? Mirror checking is common, sometimes for hours, scrutinizing every angle. Others avoid mirrors entirely, both driven by anxiety. Excessive grooming, makeup routines, or using clothes to hide perceived flaws are survival strategies, not style choices. Repeatedly seeking reassurance, "Does my nose look big?" offers only brief relief before anxiety returns. Constantly comparing oneself to others reinforces negative self-image. Social avoidance is common. Some skip events or even become housebound, fearing judgment. This isolation deepens the obsession, shrinking their world to the size of a single flaw. BDD creates a lonely, painful existence, invisible to everyone else. The emotional toll of BDD is immense. Anxiety is constant. Every social interaction feels like a risk of being exposed or judged. This relentless anxiety often leads to depression, hopelessness, and a loss of joy. Many with BDD feel worthless and withdraw from activities and relationships. The shame and secrecy build walls, making it hard to open up, even to loved ones. Relationships suffer. Constant reassurance seeking and withdrawal can strain even the closest bonds. The isolation is both external and internal, leaving people feeling fundamentally different and alone. Tragically, rates of suicidal thoughts and attempts are high among those with BDD. It's a life-threatening condition that demands serious attention. BDD doesn't just affect individuals. It ripples through families and friendships, creating distance where support is needed most. Understanding the emotional weight is key to offering real help. Why does BDD happen? It's a complex mix of biology, psychology, and environment. Brain imaging shows people with BDD process faces and details differently, literally seeing themselves in a distorted way. Neurotransmitters like serotonin play a role, which is why certain medications can help. Genetics matter too. BDD often runs in families, especially where anxiety or OCD are present. Traumatic experiences, like bullying about appearance, can trigger BDD, especially in those already vulnerable. Our culture's obsession with perfection and beauty standards adds fuel to the fire. For those predisposed, constant exposure to unrealistic images can turn insecurity into obsession. BDD is a medical condition, not a personal failing. Despite the pain, there is hope. BDD is treatable. Recovery is possible with the right help and support. The first step is recognizing the problem and reaching out for help. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is the most effective treatment, helping people challenge distorted thoughts and face fears without compulsions. Exposure and response prevention, ERP, is a key part of CBT, gradually reducing anxiety by breaking the cycle of rituals. Medications like SSRIs can also help by easing obsessive thoughts and anxiety, making therapy more effective. Often, a combination of therapy and medication works best. Building a support system, through groups or understanding friends and family, is vital to combat isolation. Educating loved ones about BDD helps them provide real support, not accidental harm. Healing is a collaborative process, and no one should have to face BDD alone. With treatment and support, people can reclaim their lives. There is always hope. If you see yourself or someone you love in this story, know this: you are not alone. Millions are fighting the same battle. You are not vain, shallow, or crazy. BDD is a medical condition, and you deserve compassion and support. Your worth has nothing to do with your appearance. BDD tries to shrink your world to a single flaw, but you are so much more. Reaching out for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Talk to a doctor, therapist, or someone you trust. There are people trained to help. You don't have to carry this alone. Recovery is a process, with ups and downs, but freedom is possible. The goal isn't to never have a negative thought, but to stop those thoughts from controlling you. You are enough, just as you are. Help is available, and you deserve to believe in your own worth again. Thank you for listening.